absolutely, love it. The Ultimate Fighter is, you know, that's where I came from. You know what I mean? So season 9 was, you know, it had its upsides and its downsides. You know, but and I said after season 9, I said I'm never doing that show again. You know, but you know, when I heard I was given the opportunity, you know, who am I to say no to the UFC? You know, and I'm privileged and proud to be a part of it again.
What did you learn from last time that you can kind of take over to make your experience better this time?
That you've got to be careful because they're going to edit it a certain way and try the best to make it look like an asshole.
How can you avoid that? I mean, how can you avoid that? How can you avoid them editing you?
Well, as Dana White said, if you don't act like an asshole on TV, they can't make it look like an asshole. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward, really. Easier said than done, though.
You stated you were gutted when you found out Sonnen wouldn't be opposite of
yep.
you. Was that? Did you guys have any type of friendship, or did you just know that hey?
No,
you would have a great season?
I have no friendship with the guy, but you know, I mean, if I was in the similar situation myself, you know, you know, it'd be awful. Do you know what I mean? The guy's a fighter. That's what he does. Listen, he made a lot of mistakes. You know, I mean, I'm not going to defend what he did, but he paid his dues. You know, the criminal courts fined him $10,000 and gave him probation. You know, I'm assuming he paid that and he's serving his probation. The Athletic Commission, again, I've never taken a steroid in my life, and I know guys in the sport do it. You know what I mean? So I'm a massive anti-steroid guy, but you know, he got caught and they chose to give him a year's fine, a year's suspension, you know, and I'm assuming he's serving that, but it seems like they just keep moving it, so I just feel bad for the guy, you know.
And your thoughts of Mayhem as a selection to be the new
I can fully understand it, you know. I mean, the guy's obviously, well, he does Bully Beatdown, you know, he does the TV show, so he's got a bit of a crossover appeal, if you will. I wasn't overly excited, you know, that he's going to be my next fight. I wanted, you know, somebody like Chael Sonnen, or, you know, possibly the winner of, thank you very much, possibly the winner of Akami and Anderson, but, you know, somebody of that stature in the middleweight division. But I could understand from a business perspective the UFC's decision to do, you know, to give Mayhem the shot. So yeah, you know, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. It'd be good for the show. Wasn't the opponent I wanted though.
And what about the fact that you won't have to fight till December? I think you wanted to be a little more active than that.
No, exactly, and that's one of the downsides of doing the Ultimate Fighter. The good side is obviously it's massive exposure, you know. But I like to stay active. I like to fight regularly. You know, I mean, you know, I think I'm one of the most active fighters in the UFC, and I'm in my prime now, so I don't really want to sit out on the side for 10 months. But that said, this is a massive opportunity. It's great exposure, and it's great for my longevity in the sport as a fighter and the personality within the sport. So it's great, you know. But yeah.
Michael, who's part of your coaching staff?
Okay, so I got Tiki Gorson. He's a good friend of mine. He runs HB Ultimate. He's that gym's been over there for about 10 years. I've got a guy called Brady Fink. He's doing my jiu-jitsu. Very, very good technical jiu-jitsu guy and a good wrestler. He's doing the wrestling and jiu-jitsu. I've got Razor Rod McCullough doing the Muay Thai. I've got my Muay Thai instructor from England coming over next week. He's called Darren Morris. Who else have I got? I've got two guys called Zoran Dubayic and Sean Keefe. They're from a gym called Strength and Performance in England, and they're going to be doing the strength and performance side, the conditioning side of things. I've been working with them for over a year now, and they've made vast improvements to myself as an athlete. You know, so I brought them on as well.
Is that a complete change from last time? From the last time you coached?
It is, yeah.
Why did you decide to change it?
Well, it is the two. Well, last time I had two guys. This time, well, last time Dan Henderson had 4, I had 2. So the first thing I said, hold on a minute, I want 4 coaches this time. So I got 4 coaches. But last time I had a guy called Dave Jackson. He was my Muay Thai instructor. And I don't work with him anymore. He's nothing personal, you know what I mean, but I'm not with that guy anymore. And Mario Sukata, he's the Wolfside head jiu-jitsu instructor. He's out in Brazil at the moment, dealing with some family stuff, so, you know.
So you mentioned being disappointed a little bit that Miller's the guy. You understand it from an entertainment standpoint. How do you view him on the kind of the world ranking scene? And when it sounds like you don't feel like it's not going to advance you victory.
Listen, Miller's tough. There's no, you know, he's super tough. He's got great cardio. he's tough as hell. You know, I don't think of, you know, I mean, if you look at his fight with George St. Pierre, he was getting the shit kicked out of him and he was just laughing the whole time. So he's hard to finish, you know what I mean? So he's tough. He's got awesome jiu-jitsu. He's got underrated stand-up, you know, and good wrestling. So don't get me wrong, I'm not underestimating him. I'm not thinking he's a lesser fighter than me. That's not what I'm saying. But in terms of, you know, world rankings and getting the title shot, I don't think he's gonna, you know, progress me in my career. I think he's gonna. He's a very, very tough fighter, and in some ways a bad matchup because, you know, the pressure's going to be on me. I'm expected to beat him. You know what I mean? And he's obviously looking to make a name on my back. So, you know, yeah, it's going to be a hard fight. You know, I don't expect anything less.
Was there a point, I don't know, the last 3 months before they told you that you thought maybe you're not coming back? Because there was a lot of call after the spitting incident to get rid of Michael Bisping.
Well, it wasn't a spitting incident, you know. I spat on the floor because the guy was talking shit about my family. And if I talk shit about your family, I expect you to spit on the floor and show contempt for me as well. You know, the guy's an absolute piece of shit. And that's what I think, and that's what I showed him. What was the question?
How worried were you? How worried were you about maybe this is going to be a long-range thing? Because there were some people out there calling for pretty severe action.
There was, and the guys need to get a fucking grip of themselves. I apologise to Jorge Rivera and his camp for spitting on the floor because it's not the way I should have been acting, and I apologise to the UFC, apologise to him and his camp. I'm yet to hear an apology from him for insinuating that my girlfriend has chlamydia and all the other shit that he talked about. You know what I mean? I was man enough to do that. He wasn't, you know. Next question.
He obviously pushed buttons, and we expect the same from Mayhem.
Yeah, but that's different. I wouldn't expect. Listen, in all my years involved with this sport and all the fights I've ever watched and all the pre-fight build, I've never seen anything like that in my life. You know, you can push my buttons all you want and say whatever you want about me, you know, and fighters do that, and that's great, and I'll take it all with a pinch of salt, and it's all part of hype and all the rest of it, and it's no problem. I wanted to fight Chael Sonnen. I wanted Chael Sonnen on here. You know what? You don't think he would have pushed my buttons a little bit? You know what I mean? But I don't think he would have for 1 second said or done or gone near the things that last guy was doing. You know what I mean? That's just completely uncalled for. You don't see that. Go back and watch the videos again. You know what I mean?
What's your initial thoughts on your team?
My initial thoughts on the team is that they're absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm so impressed with these guys. I mean, we've only had one training session. The work ethic, their commitment. I mean, the elimination fights, you guys didn't see them, but Jesus, I'm telling you, they were unbelievable. Seriously, and I know everybody says that, and Dan always says that and all the rest of it, but these fights were crazy. Unbelievable, you know, so yeah, it's going to be unbelievable. I can't wait. This season's going to be incredible. The fight, well, I don't know what's going to happen, but the fights are going to be crazy.
What were you looking for when you were watching these guys perform? Was it all in-cage stuff, or did you have sidebars with them, get to know them a little bit?
Yeah, well, when they were fighting, I sat there with Mayhem and Dana, and I just had to watch the fights, you know, so I didn't know too much about them, but obviously I was looking to see who won, but just want to see, you know, what the skill set is, you know, are they in shape, are they strong, are they explosive, do they know what they're doing, are they experienced, you know, all those type of things, you know, that you look for in a